Hello and welcome to the Darby Creek Diaries. I'm Gail Thompson and I'm so excited to be back with you with another tutorial. You probably know that I'm on the blog name Hero team if you've followed me very long. And we have monthly challenges, and this month is a background challenge. And you have till the 26th of August to sign up. And there's a $50 gift card based on creativity and a $25 one that's just a drawing. So let's get started. I have a Bold Daisy stencil. We're just going to use really basic supplies here. I'm going to use just 3 colors of Distress Oxides. You know, those are the only 3 colors you really have to have, and you can make all the rest from it. That's what we learned in elementary school, the primary colors. In this case, we're using Distressed Oxides, and it's Squeeze Lemonade, Candied Apple, and the new one, Prize Ribbon, which is just gorgeous. I am just randomly picking spots to place my color. I'm putting the yellow down first, and we can just blend away later. I have no rhyme or reason for this. It's the perfect project for me. Takes 0 thought. You just get that color down. The blending doesn't matter. It'll look beautiful pretty much no matter what you do. And I'm just gonna have at it, and I'm being pretty heavy-handed here because, well, that's just how I roll. So I hope you guys are getting ready for school to start again. That just means lots of kids and buses around here. My kids are all out of school, out of college. So, but I do remember getting their school supplies, and oh, I loved it when I was in school. Fresh school supplies and clothes. I don't know if they do that so much anymore with the clothes. We used to get new clothes every fall. So I got the blue, and I'm blending into the red and the yellow, so that would make purple and green. Now that mat holds that paper really well, and I could have sprayed something on the stencil, some pixie spray, or taped it down better, but I wanted a hinge so I could lift it up and see what it looked like. So I'm just holding it down with my finger, and that's probably not the most perfect way, but it worked for me. And if it's a little off, who cares? It's still going to be really pretty. Nothing highly technical about this. So I'm taking a peek, seeing where I want to put maybe a little more color to have a little more variation. And I'm thinking, boy, I really love that prize ribbon. It's a color blue. You think, oh, I don't need another blue, but you do, because it's just the right color for a lot of things. It's just a happier blue than most of the Distress ones. There is my negative, but now I'm going to make a positive. I'm just going to mist the stencil lightly with water. Not too much, you'll just have a big mess. And actually, that's probably more than I should have. And I'm going to very carefully flip this over and drop it, and then don't move it. Don't smear it, and just kind of press it down. Give it a couple of seconds for the ink to soak into the paper. And then I'm going to just kind of pat it a little bit. I want it a pretty deep color. And then hold one side down when you pull the other up. And there is our watercolory background. And I'll show you what I did with that later. When it dries, it does dry back a little bit. I'm going to offset this Happy Birthday die cut. I'm using iridescent or holographic. I kind of don't know which that's called. Behind it, because there really wasn't a color that was going to stand out since I'd already blended all those colors. So I just thought iridescent would be pretty cool, and then I'm offsetting it in the blue. Just easy peasy, kind of lining up, but it's really easy to do. And there is our sentiment. I wanted to keep it pretty simple because the background's so busy. Plus the background is the emphasis for this card. I'm just going to take an 1/8 of an inch off of every side, but if you had an ugly side, you could take the whole 1/4 inch off there if you wanted, because I want this to be just slightly smaller than a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 A2 size card. And I wanted to have a little white border around it to kind of set it off. Now I'm going to glue the panel onto the back, and I always open my card when I do that, because the card base, because you can see that line, the crease at the top, and I think it helps in placement. Plus I always stand up, kind of have to get between the lights and the camera, but I do it. And we're just gonna glue. I love this tip. Unbelievably, I lost a tip after I cleaned it up. I had it upstairs. I was going to take it down and I could find it. So I had to buy another one over at Stamp Away. I'm just going to kind of skew it. I don't want everything all lined up. It's more playful, kind of skewed there. And I'm adding some Trinity Stamps Bubble Bath Bubbles. And that is really hard to say. I have tools to do this, but sometimes it's just easier to use your fingers. And all you need is a little dibby dab of this adhesive. It is art glitter glue. The color of the ink will kind of show through, and it'll be iridescent, but not wildly metallic-y iridescent. So there's card number 1. Real fun. I mean, mostly a feminine card, but you know, you could send it to anybody. Then I got more of the holographic cardstock and layered it up for some dimension, and that is our positive, or our negative. No, that's our positive. Well, that's the positive, the other one's the negative. Anyway, there are our cards. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you'll come back and see me, like and subscribe, tell your friends. See me over at Instagram. Don't forget to enter the challenge. It's a lot of fun. It's over on Instagram now. Follow me with all of my different outlets, and I'm going to leave some videos here. Until next time, I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.